It's Chevy truck season. Get 0% financing plus make no monthly payments for 90 days on all Silverado 1500 pickups. And current Chevy owners get $2,500 cash allowance on this Silverado with a turbo high output engine. Chevrolet, the #1 selling brand in Wisconsin.
What does it cost to buy off a judge? For extremist Dan Kelly, he's for sale for $20,000. In 2020, Kelly conveniently changed his mind about whether to judge the Tim Zignego case. Kelly had recused himself. Then he pocketed $20,000 in contributions from Zignego and his family, and Kelly unrecused himself so he could judge the case. Justice shouldn't be for sale. Dan Kelly is too corrupt, too extreme.
Are you seeing cracks in your basement walls? Are you wondering if your basement needs to be repaired? Call EBT Foundation Solutions. We'll conduct a free 20-point inspection. Visit callebt.com. Callebt.com.
Straight ahead, using a car seat properly. We'll learn how to keep young kids safe after a tragedy in northern Wisconsin.
Plus, pro-choice legislation announced today. We'll hear from Governor Evers about reproductive rights.
And candidates squared off in the only state Supreme Court debate. We'll have the details as your local news starts right now.
News Watch 12 with Dan Hagan, Jessica Jukic, and Jeff Weller.
Good evening and welcome to News Watch 12 at 5. I'm Dan Hagan.
And I'm Jessica Jukic. According to the Marinette County press release from March 17th, a car accident killed a 5-year-old child who was not properly secured in a car seat. The CDC says vehicle accidents are the leading cause of death in children. News Watch 12's Nick Van Zyl met with child safety experts and discussed car seat safety. Nick?
Thanks, Jessica. State law requires children under 57 inches tall and 80 pounds to be in a safety seat, and children under 20 pounds in 1 year need to be in a rear-facing car seat. Children's Wisconsin and the Oneida County Health Department is looking to help parents keep their kids safe.
Parents often wonder,
when should you move your child to the next stage of a car seat?
Brianne Voss is a certified car seat technician for the Oneida County Health Department, and she says at minimum, people should follow state regulations. But for best practices, check the manufacturer's instructions.
Stickers that actually tell you the weight and length or height limits for rear-facing and forward-facing, and then some of the car seats actually show you where the shoulder straps are actually supposed to be positioned for your child.
Ashley Monkey is a child passenger safety technician for Children's Wisconsin.
Parents are really surprised to learn that car seats have expiration dates.
Expiration dates can be found on the car seat's owner's manual or printed on the base of the seat.
The plastic shell of the car seat and the harness may deteriorate over time, and it may impact how the car seat is used or operates during a crash.
But the proper fit depends on weight and height, not age. Voss says making sure straps are tight enough is also important.
We do not recommend wearing winter jackets or puffy jackets in the seat.
Big jackets mean extra space between your child's body and the safety restraint.
Cannot pinch an inch, more than an inch right here. So if you're able to pinch it all, you want to pull it just slightly tighter so that's in a safe position as well.
To see if the seat is properly installed, Voss says there's an easy test.
And then the trick is you want to take your non-dominant hand. So my non-dominant hand is my left hand, and you want to move this seat back and forth to where you can't move it more than an inch.
The Health Department and Children's Wisconsin are two agencies who have the same goal.
To make sure that you're putting them in the correct and safest car seat.
To find a car seat fitting site near you, check out the Safe Kids Wisconsin website at safekidswi.org.
Great tips. Thank you, Nick. Jeff, we had some heavy snow today.
Yeah, a quick burst of snow today, followed by some more general snow across the area tonight.
How long is it going to last?
Well, it should end tomorrow midday as it turns over to rain showers, but then there is more snow in the 7-day forecast. So here we go. Let's go outside now in Minocqua. Some light snow flurries flying there. Again, a quick burst of snow gave some areas a ½ inch up to an inch of snow about a half hour ago. This whole line, though, is moving north very quickly now across the UP border. In fact, here it is. There is some light to moderate snow in there, lifting north currently. We're about done with this one, but look off to the west. Here comes the next one. And this is the main event. And notice the darker blues in here, the banding features in there. There is some energy with this, all kind of sliding this way. So 1 to 2, even a 3-inch snowfall is in store for us overnight tonight into early parts of tomorrow morning. Temperatures, though, can support snow. Right now, we're at 30 in Rhinelander, 33 for Antigo. These will fall all below freezing tonight. So we're going to get some snow across the area this evening. So our forecast tonight, though, we're talking about cloudy skies, a couple of flurries out there, more general snow after midnight, a 1 to 2, 3-inch snowfall event this evening with low temperatures down near 28. Your full forecast is coming up. Jessica.
Police in Milwaukee are looking for answers after a shooting left 1 person dead and 4 others injured. Officers responded to the scene last night and found a 15-year-old boy dead. 4 women ranging in age from 18 to 22 years old were also injured but will survive. No suspect has been identified at this time, and police are asking for the public's help in the investigation.
A woman has been arrested for fatally shooting an employee of a Madison area car dealership after having issues with a recent purchase. Authorities responded to this Middleton car dealership after reports of the shooting Monday afternoon. According to authorities, there was a fight over a previous vehicle purchase, which led the employee to being shot. The victim later died of injuries at an area hospital. 23-year-old Jakira Anderson has been arrested and remains in jail. Anderson faces charges of first-degree intentional homicide.
An effort at the University of Wisconsin-Madison to keep education majors in Wisconsin after graduation is being extended. In exchange for a commitment to teach at a Wisconsin school for between 3 and 4 years, UW-Madison's Wisconsin Teachers Pledge promises to pay more than $10,000 worth of tuition each year for those undergraduate students. It also covers the cost of obtaining a teaching license from the Wisconsin's Department of Public Instruction. The donor-funded program was launched in 2020 with the help of $5 million donation from alum Susan Patterson and her husband, best-selling author James Patterson. The teacher pledge will continue through the 2026-27 school year.
Governor Tony Evers and several legislators took part in an announcement today to reintroduce legislation to repeal Wisconsin's criminal abortion ban. The bill would repeal Wisconsin's abortion ban, reverting abortion access in Wisconsin to before the U.S. Supreme Court's Dobbs decision last June. During his speech, Evers reaffirmed his position in favor of women's reproductive rights.
Been clear from the beginning that I won't sign a bill that leaves Wisconsin women with fewer rights and freedoms that they had before U.S. Supreme Court overturned Roe.
In addition, one of the bill's co-authors, Kelda Royce, says this decision will help put decisions in the hands of regular people and doctors, not politicians.
Women and not politicians are the ones who should make decisions about our own bodies and our lives and our health. We cannot afford to make Wisconsin an even more hostile place for healthcare providers and for pregnant people if we want our state to thrive.
The bill will likely go nowhere in the Republican-controlled legislature. According to a Marquette Law School poll, nearly 60% of Wisconsin voters support safe legal access to abortion.
Today in Madison, Dan Kelly and Janet Protasiewicz faced off in the only Wisconsin Supreme Court debate. Both accused the other of weighing political beliefs more heavily than judicial ones, but they did differ on judicial philosophy as well. Judge Protasiewicz said justices should follow precedent in most cases, but precedent changes to make society more fair, such as Brown versus Board of Education, which integrated schools.
Precedent changes when things need to change to be fair and work well for absolutely, everybody in our society and everybody in our community. So, of course, we give great weight to precedent, but it doesn't mean that it doesn't change from time to time.
Justice Kelly disagreed with Protasiewicz's interpretation. Kelly said precedent should only change if a ruling is incompatible with an original document, such as the Constitution.
You compare that precedent to that authoritative statement of law, and if they don't match, your responsibility as a jurist is to overturn that prior case and do it correctly.
Kelly is a former appointed state Supreme Court justice who lost an election in 2020. Protasiewicz is a Milwaukee County judge. The election is on April 4th, and today was the first day of early voting.
The race for a state Supreme Court seat isn't the only decision facing Wisconsin voters on April 4th. 2 questions on statewide ballots are linked to a proposal to broaden the criteria that judges may use when setting cash bail. One question asks voters whether to let courts consider the likelihood a defendant would cause serious harm to the community if released. The other cash bail question before voters would ask whether to amend the Constitution to explicitly let courts consider factors like the need to prevent witness intimidation and a defendant's past convictions when setting bail. Currently, Wisconsin's Constitution authorizes judges to consider how likely someone is to appear in court when they're weighing whether to set bail. A third referendum on the spring ballot asks Wisconsinites whether able-bodied, childless adults should be required to look for work in order to receive taxpayer-funded welfare benefits. These referenda won't change any state policies, but its Republican backers say it's a way to gauge public opinion. In less than 2 weeks, residents in Oneida County will vote for who will serve as the judge for Branch 1.
Last year, current Judge Mary Burns was appointed to fill the vacancy left after the retirement of longtime Judge Patrick O'Melia. District Attorney Michael Sheik is one of 2 candidates running for the position. During a one-on-one interview with reporter Kyle Pazorski, Sheik said he originally did not plan for a career in law, but believes after a decade as district attorney, he has the experience to become the next judge.
Upon my honorable discharge, I attended law school over in Minneapolis at Hamlin Law School. And then after that is when I came back to work in Oneida County, and so I've been here ever since then.
Sheik was elected as Oneida County District Attorney in 2012. He says one of the reasons he's running is because he wants to help make a positive impact on the communities of Oneida County.
Judges and prosecutors are both in a very unique position to make a difference in people's lives. And I want Oneida County to just have that representation of someone that has the experience and the right kind of experience that I do and I bring to the table.
If Sheik hopes to win on April 4th, he will need to defeat Judge Burns, who had the majority of votes in February's primary. Tonight on Newswatch 12 at 6, we'll have our full report on Sheik's experience and background.
Coming up after the break, we'll learn how athletic trainers turn into first responders during sporting events. That's after Weather with Jeff, right here on Newswatch 12.
Come to Carpet City Flooring Center's biggest sale ever and receive free carpet installation along with an additional $300, $600, or even $1,000 of savings on all flooring products and sale prices. That's right, free carpet installation and an additional savings of up to $1,000 on top of the sale prices. See why contractors and designers only choose Carpet City Flooring Center for their flooring needs.
Our prices will floor you.
After 35 years in the home improvement industry, I can tell you that when it comes time to replace windows, most people want to use a solution that's going to last. I'm with Paul Delahunt, president of Renewal by Andersen. So, Paul, how do you know your Fiberx composite window is going to hold up over time?
Well, Dean, is the full-service replacement division of Andersen. We've known for a long time that our Fiberx material is 2 times stronger than vinyl and doesn't expand or contract with changes in temperature like vinyl does. So last year, for the first time, we conducted a long-term durability study.
So what did you find out?
Well, the results were excellent. And after 20 years of brutal Minnesota winters and muggy summers, our windows were as easy to open and close as the day they were installed. And our Fiberx material remained incredibly strong, with no cracking, peeling, or chipping.
If you're looking for a replacement window solution that's going to last, look no further than Renewal by Andersen.
Call Renewal by Andersen today to schedule your free window diagnosis. Plus, take advantage of this incredible limited time offer. Installation is included. There's never been a better time for you to experience Renewal by Andersen's signature service for yourself. Renewal by Andersen, the better way to a better window.
Menke Automotive is your new neighbor in central Wisconsin. So now you've got a friend in the auto business. Menke Automotive prides ourselves on having happy employees because happy employees make for happy customers. When you need a new Buick, GMC, or Mazda, expert service, precision body work, or just a hot cup of coffee, come in and get to know us at Menke Automotive at the old Fred Miller location on Grand Avenue in Schofield. Menke Automotive, your new neighbors in central Wisconsin.
Well,
this is fun. Some light snow out there tonight overnight with cold temperatures, and some wind will give us scenes like this tomorrow morning. We have some blowing snowfall on the way. Some snow came through earlier, as you know. A widespread half-inch of snow came through in a quick burst of it. There it goes right there through Rhinelander. That is now done, but there's more where that came from, and it's not too far away right now. Currently, it's 30 in Rhinelander, an east-southeast breeze at 14, and a dew point there at 23. Pressure is falling as low pressure is approaching the area right now. Over in Wausau, it's 36 for you under bright sunshine in Wausau currently with an east wind around 13, and that pressure is falling at 30.06. Okay, so here we go. Temperature-wise, around the horn, you can see 33 in Antigo, 36 for Point, 30 here in Rhinelander. So we have some snowfall on the way. It's going to be mostly snow overnight tonight as temperatures dip below freezing once again. Although there could be some mixed precipitation there, most likely south of Highway 10 overnight tonight. We are trying to build some warmer temperatures across the plains as we are now in spring, as you know, but that's going to kind of hold off for a while as the cooler air is going to win. Although tomorrow, a couple of you could get back up into the 40s and maybe even touch 50 across parts of central Wisconsin tomorrow, but then leveling off. So the average high is 40, 41. We should do that tomorrow. We'll get close to that on Thursday and hang out there Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. We got to watch this system on a Sunday and a Monday. There's going to be a large storm system across the Midwest or Great Lakes on Sunday and Monday. If these temperatures trend colder, there could be a pretty good snow system across the Great Lakes once again. And then the long-range trend, this came out today for the end of March, early parts of April, keeps us below average in temperature. I know a lot of you are ready for spring. It's not going to quite happen yet temperature-wise, but you get the idea. We'll get there eventually, right? All right, so here goes that band of snow lifting across the Northwoods right now. It reduced visibility to a half mile or less in some spots. It's moving pretty quickly, though, the north, so it's out of our hair. But off to the west, here comes the next snowmaker, and this is where the energy is. Look at the banding features in here, darker blue colors. This will kind of ride this front into our area tonight, generally stay north of Highway 29, and give the Northwoods a 1 to 3 inch snowfall overnight tonight into early parts of tomorrow. And then tomorrow, we're going to keep that drizzle around as well through much of tomorrow afternoon into tomorrow evening. So it's not going to be a nice day tomorrow with temperatures in the 30s and 40s and also some drizzle through the afternoon. For tonight, though, scattered snow showers out there likely after midnight, a 1 to 2 inch snowfall along and north of Highway 29 with low temperatures hanging out pretty much in the mid to upper 20s. For tomorrow, all right, so scattered snow showers early, changing over to drizzle through the afternoon. Lots of dry hours in there as well, with high temperatures back in the low to mid 40s across the area tomorrow. And then looking ahead, your 7-day forecast by North Furniture and Mattress shows tomorrow kind of messy. Thursday we're quiet, Friday quiet, Saturday quiet. We got to watch Sunday for another rain-snow mix across the Great Lakes. Dan?
Thanks, Jeff. Even with snow falling across parts of the Northwoods, many area snowmobile trails are closing for the season tonight. Lincoln and Marathon counties will be closing trails tonight at midnight due to deteriorating conditions. Off-trail riding is trespassing and may result in the loss of trails or citations.
This week is National Drug and Alcohol Facts Week. The Marathon County Alcohol and Other Drugs Partnership is teaming up with the Wisconsin Department of Health Services to create the Small Talks campaign. The campaign is meant to prevent underage drinking in Wisconsin. This effort encourages adults to have a short, casual conversation with kids starting at the age of 8 on the dangers of drinking alcohol before the age of 21. According to the AOD partnership, research shows that parents, loved ones, and others caring adults are the most powerful influence on a child's choices about underage drinking. All you have to do is talk. According to the 2021 Marathon County Youth Risk Behavior Survey, 44% of teens have reported trying alcohol, and 30% of high school students reported trying alcohol by the age of 13.
Each year, an estimated 6.8 million people in the United States donate blood. Some people in the Lakeland area did their part today. Holy Family Catholic Church in Woodruff welcomed people of all ages and blood types to give blood. The Knights of Columbus ran the drive with help from the Community Blood Center. Ray Knapstein was one of the Knights who participated.
It's just something that we wanted to do. It's part of what the Knights are, and it's a good program. They say that one time you donate blood, it'll say it can actually save 3 lives.
It's an event that the local Knights of Columbus chapter has done since the church opened about 15 years ago, and they now do 4 drives per year.
It's necessary for this area. There's always a need for it, and our church has been terrific as far as sponsoring it. It's something that's it's a good community event.
23 registered for this event with 33 total slots available. Walk-ins were accepted. The blood drive is one of many fundraisers that the Knights hold throughout the year.
Athletic trainers have a lot of roles in the high school sports setting. One of those is acting as first responders during games. In tonight's Feel Great Today, we'll learn what they do during emergencies and how they keep students safe.
Feel Great Today with Jessica Jukic.
And a lot of times the general fan doesn't know, just thinks the people running on the field are water boys necessarily and don't realize that they're trained healthcare professionals.
Ryan Flynn is an athletic trainer for Aspirus Northland Orthopedics. He's trained in CPR and first aid and is considered a first responder in rural areas where hospitals are far and it takes longer for EMS to arrive.
If it was a cardiac issue, for example, your window to kind of care for that is 10 minutes. And so having someone directly on the sideline for when a cardiac issue, for example, happens, that care is initiated right away. So having the athletic trainer there takes care of the kind of that initial part and getting the process started, hopefully in a emergency situation and keep someone alive.
Athletic trainers develop an emergency action plan at every high school they work at in case something happens on or off the field.
We have someone in charge of opening the gate for the ambulance, meeting the ambulance, getting them to the field, equipment retrieval, like whether that's an AED or a splint, where the ambulance is going to enter the field, who's going to help load. Obviously, we're all CPR first aid trained.
During the game, he sits on the sidelines and watches for any injuries. Flynn sees a wide range of injuries during games, from a stubbed toe to a heart attack.
You know the kids, so you're just looking for something that doesn't seem right. We're able to respond to it in a timely manner and get the student athlete, official, maybe parent, grandparent in the stands to where they need to be and to the care they need to prevent any medical emergencies.
Thanks for the insight. Next Tuesday, we'll talk about the different settings athletic trainers can work in.
Nobody wants to recover in a hospital, but sometimes it's necessary. Coming up on Newswatch 12, we'll learn how a Wisconsin dad and his daughter are lifting each other up while getting better.
What's the perfect way to spend a summer afternoon at your lake home? On a pier made by Pier of Denora. We're making a splash with time-saving piers because you deserve more ways to play and enjoy summer days. Made in St. Germain, come and visit us.
What does it cost to buy off a judge? For extremist Dan Kelly, he's for sale for $20,000. In 2020, Kelly conveniently changed his mind about whether to judge the Tim Zignego case. Kelly had recused himself. Then he pocketed $20,000 in contributions from Zignego and his family, and Kelly unrecused himself so he could judge the case. Justice shouldn't be for sale. Dan Kelly is too corrupt, too extreme.
Look at that. What you're seeing is Olson Solar Energy working in the sun to make the sun work for you. What you can't see are the lower or no energy bills, selling extra energy back to your electric company, and the increase in property value without an increase in property taxes. The sun works for homes and businesses. The only thing you need is Olson Solar working in the sun to make the sun work for you. Now booking installations for 2023. Call Olson Solar Energy today.
Good news. This just in. Your Ford dealers have fresh shipments of their award-winning SUV lineup in stock and ready for you to drive home today. Get your hands on a new Ford, the #1 brand in SUV owner loyalty, including Bronco Sport with standard GOAT modes and Explorer, America's all-time best-selling SUV. And now, here's more good news. Choose FlexBuy on Escape and get 2.9% APR financing for 66 months plus $1,500 FlexBuy cash.
Guess who's making a splash? Pier of Denord, of course. We make installing your dock easy enough for just one person, and you don't even have to get wet. With our piers, there's less maintenance, no rust, and no fuss, because we're factory direct. Made in St. Germain, come and visit us.
If you know Jeff, you know that he loves firefighting.
While doing what he loves, Milwaukee firefighter Jeff Rothmeyer fell from the roof of a 2-story building, leaving him with a severe concussion, memory loss, a bruised lung, 10 broken ribs, and a spinal fracture.
Jeff is improving. slowly by the day, but it's a long road ahead for him.
A road that his family already anticipated to be difficult.
I mean, he was shaken up. It was a pretty severe concussion to the point where he didn't really recall that Fiona was even sick.
While Rothmeyer was being treated at Freighter, his young daughter Fiona was scheduled to undergo kidney surgery more than 200 miles away at the Mayo Clinic in Minnesota.
He was really hell-bent about getting to Mayo to be with Fiona and stuff. And we all thought it was impossible.
Rothmeyer's sister and brother-in-law, Jamie and AJ Fink, say Milwaukee Fire Chief Aaron Lipsky performed a miracle by arranging for Rothmeyer to be taken to Mayo Clinic by ambulance in time for Fiona's surgery. Now they're recovering together in Minnesota.
She's not feeling well. She's in a lot of pain.
For now, the Rothmeyer family is taking it day by day, unknown when they'll return to Milwaukee.
Once they get home, Fiona has a lot of healing to do, and so does Jeff. So my sister's going to be a nurse mommy. So she's going to be taking care of both of them.
Can we really trust him with a car?
Of course we can, Lindsay, with AAA auto insurance.
Wait, AAA has auto insurance?
We do home insurance, too.
Switch and save on AAA auto insurance and expect something more.
Dan Kelly and his friends are lying about Judge Janet Protasewicz.
He wants to scare you because he can't talk about his own record.
Dan Kelly has never sentenced a single criminal to prison.
Not one. That's a fact.
And as a private attorney, Kelly got rich defending sex predators who posed as youth ministers to sexually assault young girls.
That's the truth.
The bottom line is that Dan Kelly won't keep our community safe.
He's an extremist
who doesn't care about us.
There are so many things we take for granted. So many things. And along with them, sometimes we take the people who depend on them for their survival for granted too. The elderly, disabled, the veterans, people on limited and fixed incomes, or folks that lost jobs in sectors hardest hit during the pandemic. How can they survive with record increases in their basic cost of living? Some people just can't come back. And through no fault of their own, they're being left behind, struggling to keep their heat, water, and power on. If you or someone you know needs a hand up, our heat, water, and power providers are working together to keep you safely in your home. You may not ask for it, but we're here to help.
Menards has the flooring options to make your house feel like your home. Whether you're looking for that elegant, timeless look, a bold and contemporary style, or a sense of comfort. With thousands of options to choose from, we've got you covered. Update your home with new flooring from Tarkett. Choose from our great selection of waterproof vinyl plank, easy to install sheet vinyl, and durable laminate flooring. This laminate flooring is only $159 a square foot after 11% rebate.
Save big money at Menards.
Can we really trust him with a car?
Of course we can, Lindsay, with AAA auto insurance.
Wait, AAA has auto insurance?
We do home insurance, too.
Switch and save on AAA auto insurance and expect something more.
This portion of News Watch 12 is brought to you by Slumberland.
All right.